Mr. Executive, Rod Serling is here to see you. Would you like me to send him in?
No, but do it anyway.
Mr. Executive, you're gonna love what I've brought for you today.
Oh, Rod, I don't care.
Oh, you'll care about this one. This one's gonna really travel. It's gonna make a big bang and knock you right off your feet.
Wow, Rod, sounds like you wrote a really great story this week. Can't wait to hear it.
Sorry, I wrote a really great what now?
A story. You know, your job. The one reason I call you in here each week, because we're not friends in any way.
Oh, no. The thing you're gonna love is a gun. I brought you a gun.
What? Why would you bring me a gun?
Because you're a hunter? And I thought maybe bringing you a present would get you to like my stories more? Didn't you shoot an animal in the forest?
No! For the last time, I don't care about any of the stories you write, Rod. I just need them to be finished and approved by the advertisers. That's all I care about.
Boop. Mr. Executive, there's a bear here to see you. I don't think he's going to wait.
Wait, did you say a bear? Quick, give me that gun! Blam!
Sweet fancy Moses, you shot a bear while standing in front of that painting of the woodlands.
Well, you saw it, Rod. He came at me with 10 knives.
I believe those are called claws.
Aha! I knew this was all a ploy by you. We are not adding a single clause into your contract, Rod. All you need to do is write the stories. You don't need any more stipends or luxury. The contract has exactly what you need.
They irritate the irritated, flex perplexities, poise puzzles, magnify mysteries, impose inquiries, and coagulate quandaries. But more importantly, they ask one question.
Why would you make this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for listening. This is Why Would You Make This? The only podcast that doesn't give you what you want, but it doesn't give you what you need, which is why you asked the question, why would you make this? I am Jimmy Time. I'm Time Commander on most social media. We are joined by Huge
Meow.
who is played by a cat today. see, that's the truth. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Catman. Scarellas.
I died in The Shining.
We're also joined by J Delta Wagwan.
Wagwan. Did you know that, like, trees have, like, individual branches and leaves and stuff? Well, they're not just giant green blobs.
Oh, did you just watch The Happening?
No.
Oh.
No, I just put on glasses.
Oh.
I put on the glasses, and, yeah, it turns out that the big secret was there's individual leaves on trees.
That's cool. That'd be an awful way to spend your first day, being able to see.
Yeah.
Watching The Happening.
Watching that.
That'd be awful.
I still haven't seen that movie. I've heard, like, nature gets mad, and then nature's like, all right, we cool.
Yeah.
Nah, but we're still mad.
I don't want to ruin it for you, but I'm pretty sure the whole story is, it's gotta be the trees.
Oh no, the first, 40 minutes is like, maybe terrorism.
Maybe
and then
it's the terrorists.
But every time, yeah, it's like, oh, it's gotta be terrorism. And then it's like, leaves are rustling in the background. Tumbleweed.
It's the liberals, I'm telling you.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Goddamn libs.
Goddamn liberal trees.
Damn liberal leftist trees.
All right, so we watched What You Need, episode 12 of season 1 of The Twilight Zone, which was released December 25th, 1959.
What? We're almost... Is this the last 59? We're
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're almost out of it.
We're into the
What a
60s.
Christmas gift.
Wow, this straight up dropped on Christmas, huh?
Yeah, it was every Friday, so.
What else are you gonna do? Let's watch the Yule log?
I don't know. Back then, didn't people like have to go to church on Christmas and
That is
Celebrate-
100% a myth perpetuated by the GDP, or the GOP.
The
And the GDP, yeah. And then gross domestic product.
Those bastards have been inflating the numbers.
I mean, they're the same thing, really, when you think about it.
They like to say, "Oh, people used to be good and go to church," but really, no.
No.
Everyone was always skipping church.
Yeah, that's what church is.
The place you
don't go
place
to.
you avoid going
Yeah.
to.
So in this episode titled What You Need, a crook learns that a psychic peddler is selling people items that they need in the future. He attempts to exploit this gift with dubious results.
Is this the first time we see a peddler in Twilight Zone?
Oh,
Maybe the second time we see a peddler?
maybe the fifth time
Yeah.
we'll see.
It won't be the last.
My favorite part about this, which is revealed as much later, but this story is taken from another short story wherein the peddler character does not exist.
It's like a machine, right?
Yeah, so Serling inserted a peddler into this story.
It's like, let me tell you what this story needs.
Street peddlers. America's backbone.
I really wonder, like, were peddlers even around at this point, or was this something that, like, Rod grew up with peddlers being around, so this is something that he has to slip into every store?
I don't know. Like, I've literally never thought that'd be a waste of a documentary, like the history of street peddlers.
Ken Burns' 5-part, 12-hour-long series on street peddlers.
Even street peddlers don't watch it. They're like, I don't give a crap about those losers. It's
No.
all about me today.
But they are out on the streets saying, "Hey, you want to buy a copy of Ken Burns' new documentary?"
That's true, yes. Ironically, there's some sort of embargo where the DVD peddlers and the DVD peddler, or the DVD player peddlers and the DVD players can never. That joke didn't fucking. I could not get to that thing at all. There's a regional imbalance in my brain.
Yeah, well, the problem is the different DVD regions.
So,
your brain.
and you stole my joke. And you, with your attempted joke, stole the thing that I'm going to say at the end of this episode.
Well, too late.
Well, maybe we'll forget how badly we both failed at it, and you could swoop back in and
That's all right.
give us like a regional update. I don't know, that joke. Why do I keep trying? Why? What is wrong with me? Do I have a disease?
Well, we've talked
we've
about
already
this before.
established
There's
at
a
least
few.
2 of them. Maybe 3.
Please see a doctor.
I have Dr. Delta.
I diagnosed him.
I'm looking at
As he
the
puts
man
his
right
hands
now.
on his hips.
And because of that diagnosis, this film was lost in translation. No, episode, whatever. My life is lost in translation. So the French, of course, they're always around. They called this episode "I Know What You Need." Okay,
All right,
cool.
Not far off.
Then we go over to Bad Translator, which I don't know. What they're changing their format again. Why not? That easy listening did not go well at all.
Man.
Why?
Some disco now?
They're gonna wait.
Disco.
How about country? I don't understand you. Go back where you came from. Bad Translator. They called
Oh,
this.
God.
They called this episode "To What You Are Needed."
To what you are a needed.
To what you are needed. Yeah, that's how that works.
Yo, I think Bad Translator needs to go back. Needs to change that format back. I miss easy listening. Bring it back.
You know, you didn't like the Shock Jack format.
Oh, Shock
that's
Jock
my
was
favorite.
I mean, really, anything but country.
Too many.
Too many muffler songs about 6-packs and wheel wells.
Get into my truck, loading up on 6-packs. Gonna beat my girl and throw her in a coat rack. Bow, bam, ba-dum, bow, bow, wah, bam, bam, bada, bing, bang, bow. That's every country song.
into because if it's a rack,
Yeah.
you should just go right through it. It won't
Well, now
do
you're
any
gonna throw
damage.
her into it.
Yeah, but now the rack breaks, and now you need to buy a new rack.
And now you got someone to be mad about at the broken rack about.
That's a good point.
Or it's like, oh, maybe I'm thinking I'm thinking of like a new age fancy city slicker rack.
City rack. Oh,
where it's like made of aluminum.
City rack.
And it's like, but no, they're talking about one of the old ones where you nail it into a wall and it's made of like deer antlers and stuff and hooves.
And then there's someone impaled on you.
And it's like, yeah, what
Coat
you're
rack.
doing is actually devastatingly dangerous. You probably do not have a wife anymore. This is no longer a song about country living. It is a song about a confession of murder.
It's It's about country killing.
Country killing. It is the song of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Now I gotta rewatch that film for the hidden meanings.
The hidden country song that played in the background of that. It's like you take, what is it? It's a 4/4 time signature. So you take every fourth word and you write that down, and that creates a country song about country living killing.
The best part is when you get to the part where like you gotta count some of Leatherface's words, and it's just.
It seems like it doesn't work, but when you do it out,
man.
yo, national anthem. So, I mean, what better way to lean right into the truth hour?
Truth coming at you.
Gonna get you.
Truth, baby, truth,
Talk about truth.
baby. It's the only sweetest thing in the world. Truth. I got the truth,
Truth.
baby.
Oh, truth.
'Cause of truth and where you got him. Truth.
All right. That was the less popular version, but we paid for it, so we had to put it out. That's what you get when you pay for a song. You just gotta go with the flow, whatever it is.
No hits, just deep
You
cuts.
you can't be like, I don't like that, start over. No, that's it. That's the timeline, or the time limit. We've reached the time limit. We've got to jump timelines.
Yeah, that's. And then you get the Mandela effect, and everyone thinks the Bernstein Bears are the Berenstein Bears, and then
Sinbad's got more movies than he's made.
Right. And what else happened there? Like, what was the other one?
There's something else about space, I think.
Right?
Space Jam.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, it never happened. There was never a
happened.
movie.
And then Urkel, right? Urkel's character
Also never went to
Urkel,
space.
that was played by Eddie Murphy.
Steve Urkel was played by Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's what it was. I always get Eddie Murphy
Same shoes.
and
Same
Sonic the
shoes.
Hedgehog mixed up. I always get them mixed up. All right, so in the truth is the truth. December 17th, we have Bruno Sammartino, who would reign as the WWF champion from 1963 to 1971, and again from 73 to 77, debuted, pinning his opponent in 19 seconds. Champion from the start. Fake champion from the start.
Tell me how it's not boring for there to be a 7-year champion. I'm just saying,
Good
like,
booking. Good promoting.
Probably not. Probably the same way wrestling has always been going on, which is straight up ignoring the shit out of your fans and doing whatever the hell you want. Look at Hogan. Years and years of people just straight up booing him out of arenas, and people going, "He's the most loved man in all of America." Boo! What do you guys think? Did you think I lose the match? Boo! See, they agree with me. No, Hogan, not even a little bit. Same thing with Cena, and at the end where people were just straight up booing it, it was just clear. It was clear as day. It was booze.
At the end, it was like 13 years of just drowning out booze.
That's true. It was a while.
Now they're just exhausted. It's like,
whatever. We'll just lay down and take it.
Now he's got a
hair
weird
now.
now he's got a weird haircut. So everyone's like, "Well, I mean, he knows."
oh, that was genius. They were like, listen, we can't keep having them boo you. It's crazy. Let him just get distracted by this haircut. This child's haircut.
I don't know. I think he grew that out for the Chinese audience because he was doing a lot of stuff over there.
Okay. But why?
Yeah, but why would...
That's just what I think.
It could have been the truth, but it's just what you think.
Yeah, no. That's just what I think. No, it's not the truth. It's just an opinion. What is the truth, though? On December 18th, the shower scene from the movie Psycho began filming and continued for 5 days. That's the truth, folks.
That water bill was
Non-stop.
high.
Nothing else happened. America came to a halt and filmed a shower scene for 5 days.
They
That chick
still-
must have been wrinkly as a prune.
Like what do you like?
Well, at the end, she plays the old lady, too.
That's how.
Do you really think it took that? Like, how you really think it took that long? Or were they just like, yeah, we gotta film that again. Yeah,
Just
again.
the lighting is just a little off.
The investors want to watch this time. They want to make sure that everything's going to their liking. Yeah, and the investors' kids are here as well. That's
You know how hard it is for the camera guy to work this shot with one hand?
Someone's clothes smell musty.
let's shoot it again.
Yeah, well, I'm going to take my clothes off while we film this, just in case it's my
In
clothes.
case it affects the camera. The smell affects the camera.
Yeah.
Might affect the film. Let's shoot it again. Right, let's just do some reaction shots without the knife.
Maybe you like the knife.
Maybe
A
you
lot.
start liking the knife. Maybe death is a sweet release. All right, so nothing happened for 5 days, and then finally on December 25th, the UN announced that North Korea might have a nuclear cannon.
Yeah, they're still pulling that shit today.
Yeah. Although, like, they could. They might.
Koreans love cannons.
Oh, that's why we got it mixed up all those years ago. The wrong K. It wasn't kids. It was Koreans.
It was Koreans.
Okay.
It was Koreans the whole
The
time.
whole time, we were the wrong market base we've been leading towards.
Yeah, what a great... They might. They might.
That's the UN. The UN formed their own committee, did their own research, and was like,
They might.
I don't know, could be. You heard of nuclear? You heard of cannons? They could have combined those things. I don't know what goes on in those mountains.
Now, Mr. UNman, I was wondering, based on your report, is there any evidence to show that anybody has ever made a nuclear cannon?
Well, first off, it's pronounced unman. I'm a real human being.
Secondly, it's in the report, isn't it?
Yeah, again, maybe. That report might be correct. The UN is not about telling people what they should or should not do. We just suggest things. They might have weapons of some sort.
They might not.
They might not. I don't know. You should listen to us, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not telling you have to, but maybe you should.
Maybe you should. It might be good for you.
What if I don't? Well, maybe something bad will happen to you.
Maybe you won't. I genuinely don't know. I cannot divulge any information because it does not exist. We don't keep information.
Also,
We
I haven't
just-
written that report yet.
We just keep suggestions.
We have the suggestion box.
We don't have any information. It's just
Every time it
suggestions.
fills up, we feel the need to announce to the public and let them do with it what they will.
Nuclear cannon appeared twice, so that's what we had to talk about.
We just pulled two random slips out of the suggestion box. Okay, we got North Korea and
More parking? No.
No,
It doesn't quite fit.
nuclear cannon. Well,
Well.
there you have it, folks. Might be.
Could happen. So let's go to the real truth, though, which is my birthday, Dot Ninja.
Yeah.
That's the truth that we all came to hear about.
Number one, something of the somewhere.
Ah, best camel jockey in all of Thailand. My birthday, Dot Ninja. Telling you all about your past lives. If you were born December 25th on 1959, you may have been a female.
Jesus. Oh.
Oh, well, maybe. I don't know. But you may have been a female born somewhere around Thailand, approximately in the year 400, and you were a jeweler or watchmaker.
I have a feeling that they won't be watchmakers or jewelers for much longer.
What is that?
We'll get in the 1960 and I'll have a whole bunch of fucking bullshit rules for that one.
Oh, I thought you meant like in the year 400. Like,
Oh, the fictitious person we're talking
that
about?
whole,
Yeah.
that whole watchmaker rebellion that's coming up in Thailand, the famous Taiwanese jeweler rebellion of 400. I know most people are preoccupied with what happened in Rome, but woo! The gold flew in the air that day, I'll tell you. It rained jewels of blood. Like, it was a very violent day. The streets were paved with gold. Bloody gold, because of the violent rebellion that happened.
Might be.
No, this is the truth. This is not a UN report. This happened for real.
What, the Bloody Gold Rebellion?
Yes, that is all the truth. It's the truth hour. I said it happened. Truthiness is the truth. Also, in a psychic profile of your last life, you might have been inquisitive, inventive, and like to get to the very bottom of things, and to rummage in books. You also had a talent for drama and were a natural-born actor.
Actor!
Acting.
That's right. So, like, you were probably really good at
Faking your
faking,
death.
faking your injury during the war.
Yeah.
Oh, my whole watch collection is dead. My heart ticks no more.
That ticking is but my watch, not my heart.
Yes. But I love my watch, so my heart is not in it anymore. I'm dying. I also want to let you know that the number one hit song of this time was Why by Frankie Avalon.
Because it's what you need.
That okay, sure, yeah.
Tie it in, baby. Tie
Sure
it
you
in.
did, yeah. That was like a it was like a Beach Boys, like a love song type of a, you know, just like, oh, I love my baby.
Why?
Oh, yeah. Why? Because I love you. Why? Because you're swell. Why? Because I like your eyes and your ankles as well. I don't know.
Those are the only two parts of the body you're talking about. back
Eyes
then.
and ankles.
Eyes and ankles.
And that ankle was real risque. Woo! That was you getting off. I heard about it. Don't I?
It's also me starting a quad.
Just trying to get out of here. Also, once again, my birthday ninja giving you the facts, letting you know the truth, which is that your first 1 billionth second happened somewhere around the time September 2nd, 1991. That's a long time. More than
God
59. A billion seconds?
That's
Didn't happen until after the Ninja Turtles had a movie?
carry the 1
billion.
Look, you don't know time zones. You don't know math. There's a lot of things that you don't know with numbers, all right? Just calling you out today.
I know there's a lot of them.
There are a lot of them,
Wait a minute.
although there are none higher than 24.
So let's get back to the time zone thing for a second.
Yeah.
So it's 1 billion seconds unless you're talking about Central Time. Then we're going to shave off about 400 or 500. That's what you're trying to tell me.
Is that what, okay, yes. That is what I'm trying. This is the truth hour.
Yep.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you, I guess.
Damn it.
I would have guessed otherwise, but nope.
Turns
It's
out.
the truth. That's just what it is. That is the truth. Changing minds and lives. Once again, the truth hour. All right, so let's go ahead and do the Troy McClure hour. What do you say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our favorite hour. That whole thing.
It's an hour of the day.
I'm so tired. I'm just so tired. All right, let's do the best hour.
I don't want to do it now. No, I'm lying. I still do our favorite hour.
The Troy McClure hour! Yay! Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You'll recognize me from such anti-drug education films as Habitual Habits Hinder Hierarchy or Suck on This, Hippie Scum. Today, we're here to talk about the negative side of addiction. All right, so...
What's the negative side of addiction?
well, that's what we're here to talk about.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? People don't really talk about that too often.
They
Negative
only
side.
talk
Rarely
about
comes
the-
up.
It's
Yeah.
never, almost never. So Steve Cochran plays Fred Renard. He is famous for films in the 40s like White Heat and Copacabana.
Yeah.
He died at the age of 48 in 1965. Ernest True, I guess. French, right? So True? Thoreau? No, it's True.
True.
That's the truth. Ernest True plays Pedot. Surprisingly, not a clown. He plays Pedot. He has starred in the 1933 Whistling in the Dark and appeared in My Girl Friday from 1940. Also, he was just he wasn't a star or a big name. He was in the film Oh, You Women from 1919. Yo, that dude's old.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like a brand new baby in that movie. Like, oh, you women and your babies. And he played Baby.
Baby number 3.
Finally, we have Reed Morgan, who plays Lefty. He played U.S. Lieutenant in the 1970 Kelly's Heroes. Cop in Back to the Future.
What cop is in
And
Back to the
dealer-
Future?
That's why I put it in. It was one of his most famous roles, and I don't even remember there being a cop in that film. Like one of the ones that stopped Biff when he hit the manure things. Like, is that
No, I don't think that was.
like I don't?
It had to have been in the 50s, right?
Because
What about towards the end when Doc Brown and is setting up in 1955 for the thing,
and
and
he's
that
like,
cop
"Say,
comes
what are
over
you
and he's like,
doing,
"You got a
Doc?"
permit for that?"
Yeah.
Oh, then he's very famous.
He's the most famous cop I've ever heard of.
Oh, Captain Cop, we call him. He's so famous. for
Lord
being
of Cops.
Copperia. No, no, that's
No, you don't want to catch that.
his enemies call him that one, but
They don't live very long anyway,
no,
so.
no. That's Copperia. We gotta run.
No, it's Caparella. You're thinking of.
No, acapella.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it, yeah.
No, I'm thinking of Rockapella. That's the band that sang on the show Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. And finally, Reed Morgan also played Dealer in the 1994 Maverick. You can see the full cast and crew at imdb.com. Let's start the film.
Episode.
There
Darn
is.
it! We open on a modern 1959 modern street and go inside a modern 1959 modern bar. The bartender asks a man if he'd like another drink. It's been an hour. The man tells the bartender, "How'd you like to take a flying jump at the moon?" The bartender responds by muttering, "We get all kinds in here. We get all kinds." And I love... What?
Well, but we're not rude enough to kick him out.
No. I was just saying, I love that he made me remind. Oh, right. Like, back in the day, people used to think of alcohol as like I'm a debutante, I'll have a drink. They used to think of alcohol as like a rich man's drink or like a classy drink. So this guy's like, oh, what did I do wrong? I'm serving alcohol. How am I in my low life? I've never. Kings, I thought I'd be seeing kings, or at least dukes. So we got the opening narration. You're looking at Mr. Fred Renard, who carries on his shoulders a chip the size of the national debt. This is a sour man, a friendless man, a lonely man, a grasping, compulsive, nervous man.
The streak continues.
Fuck you guys.
A dyslexic man.
This is a man who has lived 36 undistinguished, meaningless, pointless, future-laden years.
Yo.
Damn.
You wrote him! Give him some slack, Ron! Like, yo! And who at this moment looks for an escape, any way, anything, anybody to get out of the rut. An old man enters the bar. And this little old man is just what Mr. Renard is waiting for. Blackout.
Yo, have you ever seen something written more at millennials than I've ever... That's the most millennial thing I've ever seen in my life.
Undistinguished, meaning, pointless, future-laden.
Look, all this 36
That's gonna be-
years of meaningless...
Failure-laden. I really
Yeah.
said that wrong. You guys didn't stop me for that one.
We thought we'd let that one go.
Just give me an escape. Any
Hey,
escape.
escape, please. I just want a purpose. Just let me have any purpose. No, any purpose you take isn't worth being paid. It's garbage. So, we come back from the blackout, probably commercial as well. Inside the bar, the old man is walking around and he offers his wares to a woman who buys matches, but doo-doo-doo-doo, he declines that and says, "This is what you need. I have right here. This is what you need. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Cleaning fluid." And I was like, uh-oh. He's going to get smacked in the mouth. "I know what you need, lady. Cleaning supplies. Get back in the kitchen and do your job. What are you getting drunk around here for?" Like, but no, she was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah,
Sure, you psychopath. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I won't smoke my cigarette.
yeah." Keeping me from my good health, my. So she takes the stuff and looks strange, like, "Oh, all right." The old man walks away, and then offers his wares to another man at the bar, and that man calls him Pop. But that man at the bar says, you don't have what I need. Then the bartender explains, oh, old Lefty here, he used to be a pitcher, but his arm's no good on account of I dropped a bundle on him a couple of years ago. Now he comes in here 7 nights a week looking for the bottle.
Yo, this bartender's a dick.
Yo, he is 100% a straight up jerk and a half.
You just told me this is your most loyal customer.
Yeah.
And you're shitting on him.
He's like, look at this shitty guy here 2 inches away from my face.
The old man says he knows what he needs. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Every time. And he gives him a bus ticket to Scranton, Pennsylvania. Lefty asks, what's there? And the bartender says, coal mines, dig your laugh away. Yo, you did this to him. You shouldn't be having as much fun. He should have shot you years ago. You're lucky he's paying you right now.
Go dig your life away, you drunkard. Where do you even get all that alcohol you drink, you bum?
Imagine some guy dropped something on your leg and you couldn't walk anymore, and then you paid him to give you alcohol for the rest of your life. Yo!
So far, the Twilight Zone consists of street peddlers and making fun of alcoholics.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty accurate, I'd
Carry
say.
on.
That's right, Rummy.
That's God. You're talking about God. So there's a phone call for Lefty, and it reveals that his old manager got him a coaching job in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. How'd you know, Pop? Oh, how'd I know? Well, I've got all the local phone lines tapped. And, it's just a luck of fate, the magic of the universe. Ooh. No, yeah, that's literally what he says. He's like, why question it? Just take it. Oh, I guess
That doesn't sound suspicious.
That doesn't. No, I don't feel like you're gonna come at me one day and be like, "Remember that thing I gave you? You owe me big time." Now, no, I'll take it. All right. And well, if I'm gonna meet the GM, I should probably get cleaned up and get this stain out of my jacket right here. Excuse me, Mister. Did you say you have a stain? Well, I have a thing to remove that.
So what kind of stain is this exactly? Never mind that now. Never mind that.
Never mind. This clear liquid will surely get it out.
So that mean he's like now taking this woman to Scranton, Pennsylvania? She's given up her whole life?
Well, I mean, maybe? I don't know.
Or maybe in this 1950s, male-centric logic, it's the only purpose of this female is to give this man something, and then she's just gone forever. This is what you need to give this man something.
Yeah, I want to smoke a cigarette. No, what you need is to help that guy out over
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
That it's literally just like, well, all he needs is a pretty girl to hit on him, and then he'll regain his confidence, and then he's good to go. First, he's got his baseball confidence, then he's got his sexual confidence. Now he's just like, I'm ready to go.
That's the two
Fight
confidences
the world.
there are.
That's all men have.
Baseball and sex.
That's it. Your confidence in your job and confidence in your dick. If you don't got one of those, you're dead.
Yeah, baseball was pretty much the only important career in the 50s.
Yeah.
That was it.
Well, that was his career. I mean, he didn't the bartender had his dick and bartending, and that was it.
And that motherfucker was one confident bartender.
Yeah,
He will shit on his best customer and know he's coming back tomorrow.
because he didn't have a dick. That was it. He had to double down on the one. He had to double down on the bartending pride.
He couldn't
in order to
double
make
down
up
on
for
the
it.
dick.
No, because there was nothing there. You can't. If you double down on a zero, that's just double zero.
Lost his dick in the war.
That's right. The bartending war. Oh wait, that was. I think that connected to the jeweler war of 400 Thailand. I don't think that was the same guy. Never mind. So, just take it. Yeah, okay. And the old man looks on happily until he feels Fred watching him and he gets scared. I guess the old man has a vision of some sort. I don't know.
He's got the shinning.
Yeah. I love this part, which is they go back to Lefty and he asks the woman, "Hey, where'd you get this stain remover from?" And she's like, "Oh, well, I got it from that man right over there." And he's gone. And they look a little bit more to the left and they see him walking out the door.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. He's over there. Never mind.
I love that.
And I also love it because it's like, oh, he's right over there. Huh. And the music goes, doodle-doo. Like, it gives like this flat, fake version of that. And you see him walking out the door. It's like, oh, all right. So in the street, Fred stalks up on the old man from behind. And he's like, "Hey, You gotta give me what I need, old man. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And the old man looks at a pair of scissors and he like grabs them. And he's like, this is what you need. And I was like, and he's gonna give him the old, yeah! Oh, no, here you go. This is what you need. Okay. And Fred's like, don't lie to me, old man. They better be what I need or I'll spread you out all over the street.
God damn.
Yo, that is a violent sentence. Holy crap. Like, he was standing in front of that man being angry, and I was like, this might go pretty bad. And then he said a sentence, and I pictured a human being in pieces on the pavement. Like, like chunks, like rolling down the... Yo, that was such a violent and vivid sentence. I was like, oh God. They really knew how to insult people back in the day. I was really scared for that insult. Like nowadays, some kid would be like, I'll fuck you up. And you go, I don't care. Your words mean nothing today.
I'll spread you out on the street. Oh.
Yo,
Yeah.
You're going to use like a tool, aren't you? There's like a rake involved somehow. I'm terrified. I don't want to do this. So we go back to Fred's hotel, and Fred gets his key, and he goes into the world's slowest moving elevator.
And he's also a piece of shit to the guy behind the desk.
Yeah.
And also, why don't you have the key? Is that how it worked? Like, you would leave your key at the hotel?
That doesn't make sense.
No, right?
Well,
like,
maybe, I don't know.
You check in and you get the key, and then you're like, all right, I'm going to go out to the bar. Hold my key for me, sir.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe he thinks he's going to lose it because he's going to get drunk.
I guess people were more trusting back then.
I don't have enough knowledge about hotels of that time to answer that in any way.
It cost 35 cents for a room.
That's might be accurate. Again, I know nothing about hotels in any way to answer that. That homeless man can get a hotel room now. So Fred gets his scarf caught in the world's slowest moving elevator. Like, holy crap. This scene is, what, 45 seconds long?
45 minutes long.
45 minutes long. No, it's like 45 seconds long. And the
It's
dude,
one shot, too.
he doesn't even go up like 4 feet, dude. Oh, man. I would have stopped the elevator, crawled out, and walked up. Like, I'm like, I don't even care if I die. This is awful. I'll squeeze through. So he gets the scarf caught, and he's like, oh no, ow, 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 ow. Even though he's not even close to me, he could just like lie down on the floor, he'd be fine for the 3 hours because it moves so slow. But he's like, oh, the scissors, let me get them out, and oh, finally they're cut, I can breathe again. Like, yo, what good old American manufacturing.
Yeah, holy.
He cut that scarf 16ths of the way through, and it was still like, like it wasn't tearing or ripping or...
Remember back when we had quality material made by poor Italian immigrants in the city? Those were the days.
That's back when they used to spit on everything. That's the good ingenuity.
It's that spit shine.
It was, because the spit was like glue in every little thread. Thread? You pick which one I was going to say. Strand or thread?
I like strand.
Strand? Thrad? Blackout. Blackout. That's it. Go to commercial.
If only there's some commercial we could air right now in this space.
If only we had at least a new advertising partner.
Let's hear from our sponsor, huh?
Yeah.
So, we come back in the room.
From our commercial break.
The old man arrives home, or to his apartment, or whatever it is, and Fred is there waiting, smoking in the dark. He met this man tonight for the first time.
How does he know where he lives?
How does he know? Yeah.
Oh, I get it. He's deaf.
Wah!
And he's harassing a street peddler and telling him, hey, well, tonight, that's your...
Oh, my.
This is the 4th time I've heard this story, Rod. God.
Now it's just instead of 2 people talking, it's just sounds.
Yeah.
Wah! Diddly-doo.
Finally, a story I get. Like, I understand the whole moral and all the tropes. It's all making sense to me. All right, cool. So, Fred demands to know, what is this man's power? Is it a machine? Is it a crystal ball? Does he have the sight? Because that's the logical conclusion of Jumps. And this is like, it doesn't matter. You have a new partner now. And the old man's like, no, I'm content. I don't need anything as long as I use my talent sparingly. Well, that's too bad, because your partner isn't content. Cars, suits, penthouses, that's what makes him content. Now see into the future. What do I need? This leaky pen. What the? Are you messing with me? Again, old man? How dare you? Oh, look, it dripped onto that racehorse. Well, I should just put money on him. It's not as if this leaky pen just randomly leaks. No, this is a clear-cut sign as to what, so he puts, I don't know what, $10 on the horse?
Yeah.
He's like, thanks, I'll see you later, old man. The old man's very sad. And back at the hotel, I don't know what he put on, but he won $240.
Yeah, but it's all monopoly money when you look at it. It's the most non-United States currency that the bills were brown. It looked like a bunch of leaves on his bed.
Also, I don't know why, how did they give him the money because realistically, they had to have counted out the money, gave him the bills and handed to him, and then he, crumpled them all up and shoved them in his pockets, because they were all crumpled. He just won this money. And it's already, you have to go to the bank and go, all these bills are torn. I need new ones.
You can't roll around in the bed and fresh flat money. You gotta crumple it up.
Yo, he must have abs of steel. He's just just crunching the money in his abs, just grating him on his abs. I don't know.
What?
I really want to work on getting rid of this flabby gut. Let me crumple some paper.
Yeah. Here's what you do. You take some of that money, you put it right down your gut and start crunching. Just squish it.
What were you talking about? I kept waiting for it to come. I'm like, maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm dumb because I can't think of this.
This is the ab master, buddy. Let me tell you, the only way you're getting those abs in shape is by crunching this here dollar bill.
Are you tired of throwing money away on wasteful habits, wasteful exercise products? Waste money no more. Simply cram the cash directly into your guts, and you will have abs in no time. It's called the cash crunch. You do crunches with cash on your body, and you will get stronger. My guarantee, or your money back to yourself.
Because it's just picking up off the floor.
Yeah, you just pick it up.
Really, that's not my profit. Is I hope that you'll work out with the money and be so flabbergasted with the results that I can just pick up the change off the floor. That's my only business model. Call now!
You didn't give us the number.
just scream out the window.
Oh, my abs are chafing.
They're good enough. Here I come.
I'm feeling great.
That's close enough.
Except for my abs.
I'm right there.
It's kind of red.
Call now. Just open the window and scream, I want abs!
They're my abs, and I want them now! So yeah, he won $240, which is just a little over $2,000 today.
Oh.
So that's actually a lot of money he won.
Yeah, that's
The bellboy shows up, and he brings the paper. He sees the money on the bed, and he's like, hey, how about a tip, mister? And he's like, yeah? Don't play with matches. And kicks the door closed in his face.
Well,
damn.
The best part is no.
No?
He kicks the door. The guy, it hits him, doesn't react to it whatsoever, and then he takes a step back, so the guy then kicks him again, and then it shuts. Do you remember that?
I said,
Good day, sir. Remember that part in Willy Wonka? I said good day. Kicks the kid out of the factory. Good times. So Fred goes to use the leaky pen again on the newspaper, but it's not leaky. It doesn't leak anymore. I'll show that old crumb bum jerk not giving me a pen that doesn't work. Not the leaky pen has finally run out of ink. No, he 2-timed me with this not leaky pen. It's a perfectly fine pen now. What kind of a gift is this?
yo, that man had enough money to buy all the ink in the world.
Yeah.
Of course, then he'd need to keep conveniently, let me hold it over the... Hope it lands on the right race.
Yeah, that's how witchcraft works, yeah. The man gave him witchcraft, and he was upset with it. So we go to the streets. Fred finds the old man, who says his name is Padot. He's like, Padot. He just says it. I don't know why. There's no reason.
I didn't ask you.
No, he did. He actually, he's like, what's your name, old man? And Fred says the pen ran out of ink and he wants more from the old man. But Padot doesn't want to give him anything more because you only need the things you need once. Fred says, look, mister. Is that what he says? I'm not sure. I don't think I believe that.
Look, mister.
He goes, look, I've been getting the raw deal since I was 4, and you're my ticket out of this rut, so it can't stop. And Padot says, it must stop, because I can't supply what you need, Fred. Serenity, peace of mind, humor.
Yo, give him a joke book.
Yeah, I love this, because the whole time he's like, listen, you're going to give me what I need. And he's like, oh, here it is. And he's like, all right, I got it. Like, you're going to give me what I need. And the guy's like, oh, here it is. And this time he's like, you're going to give me what I need. And the man's like, I can't anymore. And Fred's like, what? Oh, come on. Really? Oh. He really gives up. He has literally been strong-arming him the entire show. And now he's like,
Oh, shucks, mister.
oh, boy, almighty howdies. You know, just whatever the lingo is.
Mighty howdies.
Mighty howdies going off on toots. So then Fred gets really angry. Right? You need serenity, peace of mind, humor. But Fred's like, no. You give me what I need, mister. Give it to me right now. Look real deep into your psyche. Give it to me. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And Fred sees Padot's eyes dart towards the suitcase. Oh, is that what I need? Right here? These shoes? Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, I'll put them on right now. He puts them on. And he's like, oh, they don't fit right. And they squeak.
How come I can't fly?
And it's slippery, yeah. He's like, oh, wait, they must be magic shoes. That's it. I put them on, and then stuff just happens.
What's this? A
That's the Charleston.
Oh my god, I'm the greatest dancer alive! I'm off to Hollywood! Oh, that's not the magic they shoot.
No, nothing happens. And he's like, why won't they work? Give me what I need, old man. Give me what I need. And he's like, well, you also need patience. And he's like, listen, man, I'm going to rip you apart bone by bone. And I'm like, yo, this dude should be a horror writer. He's wasting his life. Padot says they're not what you need. They're what I need. And then Fred gets hit by a car. Straight up, just dead. The dude's dead. Flat. So, then Padot explains to the corpse, because there's nobody else around. So he explains to the corpse that
Taunts the corpse.
Yeah, basically, yeah. What I saw in that bar was death. My own death. By your hands, Fred. So, I gave you what you need. Slippery shoes.
So you couldn't run from the car, and then it splattered you.
Because what you needed was a hit and run.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, anyone want to talk about how this car just fucking took off?
Okay, but that lady did not slow down at all.
No.
I presume it was a lady. That's rude. It's the only rude thing I've said all night. Later, the police have the place sectioned off when a couple comes up and they ask the old man, oh, what happened? He goes, it was a hit and run. You fucking lying piece of shit. Yeah. And and then he offers the bystander a free comb. And he goes, it's what you need. Doo-doo-doo. And then, this is so strange to me, then the bystander immediately recounts what just happened to his wife, who was standing next to him the whole time it happened. Like, of all the things I've seen him, Sterling pad the story with, this is the worst example. So then a photographer shows up. He's like, oh, I'm going to take a picture of the crime scene. Yeah, you know. He's like, oh, the comb. Combs his hair real quick.
Yo. Tell me why a guy there to take a picture of the crime scene is like, hey, cute couple, mind posing in front of the body? What?
You know, like, isn't that, that old trope where, like, a plane crashes in the background and they're like, hey, pose for a picture? And the guy's like, oh, let me take my hat off and brush my hair. And then there's, like, a dying couple in the back.
That
the
old
plane's crashed. And
that's old hat.
See? He gets it.
Mm-hmm. I ain't no
Silly
ragamuffin.
So we get the closing narration. Street scene. Night. Traffic accident. Victim named Fred Renard. Gentleman with a sour face to whom contentment came with difficulty. Fred Renard, who took all that was needed in the Twilight Zone. Yeah, that was the worst closing narration so far. That made
It's pretty much just stage directions.
Yeah.
Street scene. I come in.
Monologue.
this
Monologue
guy.
begin. Monologue continues. Monologue over in the Twilight Zone.
Name of the episode. What you need.
What do you do? Yeah. Name
Twilight
drop.
Zone.
There is one thing that I don't know if you're going to get to it, so I'll just put it in here.
Whatever.
Did you see the newspaper in the hotel the second time when the
No,
bellboy comes in?
I read that, but I didn't notice it, so.
I never noticed it before, and then when I watched it, I noticed it, and then I was like, is it in like millions of episodes? So I looked it up, and it's just in those 2 episodes. But
wow.
apparently, in case you didn't see it, when the second time, like, he has all the money on his bed and the bellboy comes in, he's like, oh, give me the paper. He opens up the paper, and it's the same newspaper from Time Enough at Last, where it actually has the same headline, like H-bomb.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so it's like, oh, shared universe. It's all in the Twilight Zone.
So is it? No.
Well, I
Unless
mean,
that means, like, the old man's like, it was what I need.
Yeah. Also, when the ink dropped on the horse, the jockeys for the horse were people's name involved with, like, it was the director's name, Serling was on there, like the executive producer, like all their names were on the.
Oh, cool.
So, I guess. Yeah. Oh, arrogant. Yeah. All right, so we go to Hollywood Thinking Cap. How would you update this episode for today's standards?
Well, you kind of already mentioned it, but what I had was just briefly, it was going to be that guy who sells DVDs at laundromats and how he knows exactly what movie you're in the mood for.
Okay.
And so I have the tagline, Weekend at Bernie's. No, it's not what you want, but it's what you need.
Sure it is, yeah. Okay.
I'm all right. Wait, no, that was Caddyshack.
You don't remember that when Bernie did the old Cabbage Patch?
Yeah.
He came out of his grave, drew him.
Then he falls over, and like his belly starts to wiggle, and a gopher pops out and starts doing the dance.
No, that was Aliens.
Yeah, which is also Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all Weekend at Bernie's.
Don't you remember when? Well, who is it? Like Michael Anthony Hall? He's like, oh my uncle's dead, and then Bill Murray's like, well, at least you got that going for you, eh? Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right, so we would just make the episode Caddyshack. Is that what we would do? Apparently, that's what we would
Yeah,
do.
essentially.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. Actually, I wrote my Hollywood Thinking Cap before I learned that this was a short story, so I wrote that they should replace the peddler with, like, a vending machine or something. It's just the original story, so, yeah, great. All right, let's talk about some of these tropes, or morals, maybe, even if you want to. There was actually a lot, I felt, because a lot of them were, sometimes the tropes, it's like, it's arguable. Like, maybe it was you kick the dog, maybe whatever, this and that. Most of these were visual. Like, it was definitive. Like, you had the OCB, if you want to call it that, the obsessive compulsive barkeeping, which the guy just constantly
He's
washes.
always cleaning a glass.
You've
and wiping.
got
Yeah.
2 patrons. They've been, sucking on one drink for an hour. What are you cleaning? What are you... maybe not visual, but they said it, the career-ending injury. Oh, I got that my shoulder got hurt, and that's it. I can't pitch anymore, because that was the one thing I'm good at, and I can't learn a new sport, or I can't, nothing. It's all over. Killer outfit, which is a trope, which is somebody's outfit gets stuck, and it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, because I don't know how to tie a scarf in a way that doesn't choke me. There's plenty of ways. What else? A romance-inducing smudge where somebody gets a thing on. The girl's like, I can take care of, my heart. Edgy, backwards chair sitting,
Oh,
which
yeah,
happened.
yeah,
Yeah,
right,
it happened in the same scene as the dramatic drop, which is they drop the suitcase. Yeah. And finally, the whole story was honestly a series of tropes. The whole story was... it may help you on your quest, which is a trope, which was followed by bullying the dragon,
Yeah.
which, dragon gives you gold. Why would you bully him? He's still a fucking dragon. Don't bully him. And it ended with, I did what I had to do, which is, you were going to kill me, so I had to kill you.
I had to splat you with a car.
I had to spread you all over the pavement, sir.
Oh, yo. Fucking Tank Man, that guy.
Tank Man?
Yeah.
Tank Girl?
No, Tank Man. That's the dude from Tiananmen Square.
Oh! Should have just went with a Tango reference.
Yeah.
Straight up kangarooed that guy.
Now we're banned in China. Great.
That was the thing. Like everything else we've said so far. Whew.
Let's talk about Winnie the Pooh.
And we're back. Finally, why would you make this? Well, it was a short story written by somebody else that Sterling borrowed, among other people, including Stephen King also wrote I Know What You Need story. So it's like, I guess it was apparently, the original story was good enough. People were like, oh, that is great inspiration for me to pay homage to. Yeah. Check, please. Check, please, for my original work. I added a line. Yeah, but like we said, in the original story, there was a machine that foretold the future. And, of course, Sterling replaced it with a street peddler, because that's what he does.
Hold on now. Because that's a later episode.
A machine, yeah?
Yeah.
He does it again?
Yeah.
That's why I said, I was like, it won't be the last time.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Like, we keep talking about how he steals his own stories, but he's really going to steal his own story later.
It's like, I don't know, like a nickel machine. You put the thing in and it spits out. It's like a fortune teller.
Yeah.
And it spits out a card, and it's...
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says in the original story, the man owns a shop where he has such a machine and then gives people what they need that best provides the possible outcome. I guess it's like you said, the machine says, this is what's going to happen to you. And then the man goes, here's what you need. And that's the original story. Also, I didn't read the story to know how, but instead of being run over by a car, he falls off a subway platform.
Yeah, that's right. I read that too. Like they changed it to him getting hit by a car. I don't remember why though.
Yeah,
too expensive to use to figure out how to do Subway.
Oh, BS! Because they literally would have just put like a darkened platform and
Yeah,
a flashlight.
That's true.
Done. Yeah, it would have been cheaper than the car, like 100%. But yeah, like it is. This story is like totally a sort of a like a goose that lays the golden egg.
Yeah.
Story, which if you don't know, it's king as a goose lays a golden egg. He wants more golden eggs. It won't do it. He's like, well, cut that shit open, see what's inside that makes the golden eggs. They do it. It's just a goose, and now it's dead.
Then they have supper. Happy ending.
Yeah. They eat for a day. Yeah.
But then the king starts pooping out golden eggs.
And they cut him open.
And it's just the inside of a king.
Like that would
Which
have
is
been like
clocks
the
and jewelry.
what is that, like Aesop's fables, where all those are all like horrible versions of him.
Oh yeah, and then we'll cut the king open and spread his organs out.
That would have been a
find,
much better version of it.
and it'll give us a map to where the gold is. What?
What are you? Why is there a map? Well, I have to put in my own story, otherwise it's stealing. Why is there a map?
That was the line that I added to make it my own.
Check, please. All right, so the next episode is called The Four of Us Are Dying. What do you want me to read first, the Serling or the Netflix?
Ooh, I say Serling first.
Serling? All right. Next week on The Twilight Zone, one of the most bizarre and unusual tales we've told yet. One man with four faces. Four separate and adventuresome lives that must be seen to be believed. Harry Towns, Philip Pine, Ross Martin, and Don Gordon star in The Four of Us Are Dying. This is a story designed for Goosebumps. I hope we'll see you next week. Good night. Yeah, so from that, I was kind of presuming that a guy has four personas that he plays at the same time. And then it turns out he's found out by everybody. And they all come to a head, like they all meet each other and it all comes to a head. And they're like, you're all the same guy. Wait a minute, what's going on here? And then he's like, well, we're all dying. And that's why I brought you here, to say goodbye. And he dies. But then it's revealed he has a fifth face and he just lives life forever. None of these consequences of like what happened about, see you later, everybody else. My trickery continues. And then the Netflix description is, a man who can change his face to look like other people uses his ability to improve his life regardless of his effect on others. I didn't change my opinion for it. I was like, that's probably still what's going to happen. Like, it's still the same thing. Yeah, good enough. Yeah. So I guess you guys remember it. And
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. All right, cool. So we'll see if I'm right. Was I? I was wrong. I remember from my last description, where I was like, the guy's gonna be like, I don't want this, but it's what you need. You know, it's like a forced epiphany. That was not the case at all. The twist was he murdered a man
I did not see the murder coming.
with no magic at all, with a vehicle. Vehicular manslaughter was the twist, straight up. All right, so let's go ahead and make some money. Not really.
Yeah.
VictoryProWrestling.com.
Victory Pro Wrestling returns live to Center Ridge, Long Island, New York. For blood, sweat, and 13 years, apparently. God, I'm so old. March 9th, check it out, you jerks. Come pay money. It's great. It's great. All of it's great. I'm the greatest, and I'm a king.
That's right. Although you're not great. You're garbage, and Delta hates you.
Yeah,
Puppet Delta hates you all,
yeah.
and you shouldn't show up and go away. But
Yeah.
also, please come and please watch the show.
Yeah, I mean, you could just, honestly, you don't have to come, but if you could just, like, give me money,
Ooh, that'd be great.
yeah, then you don't have to come.
Yeah,
But if you don't give me money, then you should
that's
come.
true. Also, when you come, please remember that it is kind of, sort of, technically a family show, so don't ask the guy in the puppet suit if he's wearing a thong, because that's not appropriate, especially when you're part of the Christian Charities group.
Nah, you should still ask, though.
I feel like there's a story here.
That
No,
was
there's
the
no
whole story. You heard it.
Yeah.
So you were
In a Christian Charities group, and I harassed the puppet man? Yes, I did. No, yeah, at the last show, there's the front row was reserved for like some Christian Charities group or something like that.
Makes perfect sense.
And one of the people was some lady in the front row was like, "Are you wearing a thong under that?" And I was like, "There are children here. What is wrong with you?" And then she laughed and like tried to kick me. Yeah,
Sounds
dude.
pretty Christian to me.
Dude, oh my, every time I interact with Christian people, I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Whether it's a positive or an aggressive or a negative, every time I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? These people literally need Jesus. There is no hanging out or palling around. They fucking need that dude.
And they never listen to him.
They don't. Just like their parents. So, Huge, what do you got? You got superhuge.com. That's not real, is it?
Listen, I'm working on some stuff that will hopefully come out soon and be entertaining in terms of things that you would read and be like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that thing that you wrote.
Cool.
And when those things happen, they will be on Medium and Twitter, which you can check out at Atomic Huge.
Sweet.
Dope.
Also, go to www.ymg.com for all things Why Would You Make This, including links to our YouTube and other social media sites. Our intro music is Falling Off Your Love by Kill Paris. Once again, the next episode is going to be The Four of Us Are Dying, which is episode 13 of the first season. So for Huge and J Delta, I am Jimmy Time, and please remember that without the mistakes of others, we'd be forced to endure the pain of failure ourselves. Support the arts. The preceding recording is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed in this podcast do not necessarily represent the views of Why Would You Make This, its owners, employees, or associates.